Hey Sans, and welcome back to another test video. So we have 3 different 1v1s, and we're pretty much using all the people who are definitely have increased their chance of staying: Nappa, Raditz, and Turles. So where does that leave King Vegeta? And I'm going to actually talk about that in this video. So starting off, we have Nappa here with this defensive spam build, of course. So we have Nappa here with defense +2, attack +1, latent energy, Dennis Feeling, Fighting Spirit, launch support with Yajirobe. I thought we kind of figured out that TNAI is the best, but we're gonna give Yajirobe one more chance. So he's going up against Max Health, General Tao with Eternal Life, Quick Fast Attack, Serious Key +1 with Frieza AI. So, recently got a message from the coach pretty much talking about King Vegeta. And when you really sit down and you think about it, it kind of makes sense. It really does. And that was actually funny because I was sitting there watching the Zcast, listening to the Zcast, and they were talking about how, like, oh, you need to kick Nappa off the team, and I was just laughing because I was like, actually, Nappa has actually been getting pretty good. You know, I definitely wouldn't even put Nappa as one of the weakest members on the team. With his defensive spam build throwing out them very strong B2s, Nappa has become very impressive. Of course, he's getting his butt kicked now, but in my opinion, he's not on the right AI. I think definitely TNAI is the best AI for the defensive spam build, and you know, gave Evil Boo a nice run for his money. It's been put up a good fight even against the Blades on when Janemba was trying out his Halo build. Took it to Janemba too, so I'd have to give it to TN. But anyway, it was just funny how they were just like, oh, you need to take off Nappa. Nappa is bad. Nappa is trash. And just like, you guys are going off. They were going off of what they saw last season. This season and the off season, these testing, Nappa has been very good. Ooh, that was nice. That was nice. It would be about an even fight between these two right now, you know? And I wouldn't even say kick off Nappa. I would say no, not Nappa. I was on Nappa's side from the beginning. You guys were thinking about kicking off Nappa, and I was like, no. He has good B2s. Find something for Nappa. If you find the right build for him, he could be great. And then look at it. Look at Nappa. He's been very good lately, thanks to me, of course. I'm awesome. I'm like an honorary member of the Sans. Anyway. So definitely decided to go ahead and keep Nappa. So the one who I was pointing fingers at was Turles, and I just feel like his fruit addiction really wasn't necessary. Everybody was just better than Turles, in my opinion. But then you got to come down to, and the thing that I totally missed, and I was totally not thinking of, is the structure of the team. What is necessary for the structure of the team? You need good melees. You need melees. It's good, you know, melee builds use Pataras that other B2ers don't. And if you were to keep Nappa and you were to keep Scatter Vegeta and Bardock and King Vegeta, you would have too many B2ers, not enough mailers. So you clearly need some mailers, right? Who are the best mailers on the team? Definitely not King Vegeta. King Vegeta's melee's, ugh. King Vegeta melee's like Nappa, who also melee's bad. But when you really get down to the bare minimum, who are your good mailers? Turles and Raditz. And while I may not be the biggest fan of Turles, when I sit back and look at it and I'm trying to think, who's a good mailer? Clearly I wasn't thinking, the Sans, you need mailers. You need mailers. And I wasn't thinking that, and that was the key component that I was missing when it came to, of course, building the team. And you need mailers, and Turles and Raditz are your mailers. That's a given. You know, there's no other person who can really melee. I mean, I guess Bardock can melee, but you probably want him more on a B2 build. Of course, you know, with him doing his ultimates and stuff, and you know, his good B2s, you probably want him more of a B2er. Nappa can't do it. Not Scouter Vegeta either. So someone who can definitely devote some melee to, and those would be Raditz and Turles. So when you really think about it, well, there's down. He got him down. That's an official win. That's an official win. And now looking at it, so he would have beat General Tao. When you really look at it, Nappa's in because he's a good defense player. So even with everybody doing melee and everybody doing B2, Nappa can still be a good defense player. He can come in and still do a decent job on defense. Not flying around in circles, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Yajirobe AI so far. I definitely think TN is the better one, but I keep on getting off topic. And Nappa has definitely been showing that he has that potential. You got to keep your melee, so you got to keep Turles and Raditz pretty much. So pretty much the only people who can get kicked off on the team are Bardock, not gonna happen. Scout Vegeta, not gonna happen. or King Vegeta. And the thing is, King Vegeta's been good, decent to good in the past. But the problem with him is that he's just not what the team needs. He's just another B2 or slash spammer. You know, he's just another B2 or slash spammer. That's not really what the team needs right now. Melee-wise, he's not that good, so he's not that flexible when it comes to another build. Pretty much anything that he can do, Nappa can do. So, you know, like, in the end, like, really, what's the point? Like, if you wanted to, you can, if you definitely decide to go ahead and take off King Vegeta, you can test Nappa with the build. You can test him with Ki +1, Indignation, Fighting Spirit, and Eternal Life. So anything that King Vegeta can do, Nappa can do. With better B2s, I might add. Because what's King Vegeta's gimmick? He spams volleys, which don't do a lot of damage. Even if you put on supers on him, they still don't do a lot of damage. And he turns into an ape once in a while, which is not guaranteed that he'll turn into an ape, of course, because he likes to do King of Sands, which is a 3 blast off, which is the exact same amount that he needs to turn ape. So sometimes it'll be time for him to turn ape, and he'll be like, King of Sands, and then he won't turn ape. So really, you know, is it really entirely worth it? You gotta think. So I could definitely see King Vegeta being kicked off the team, and you know, from first glance, no one would ever think that. But when you think about the stability of the team and everybody doing their job, then yeah, I can see King Vegeta getting kicked off the team. So it's really just the way that you look at it. And then, you know, once you get your team together and everybody has a build and everybody has a, you know, a thing, then you gotta work on some secondary builds, because then you're facing the problem that your team is too obvious, you know? So you gotta get a little bit more flexible. And, you know, some characters aren't that flexible. I mean, Bardock can be a melee there. Bardock can be melee. Yeah, I'd say that was worth it. I think that was worth the block. Nappa really can't do melee, so Nappa's not that flexible. Maybe Turles and Raditz can be, you know, spammers if you can get them to do the right thing. But, you know, you gotta make your team flexible, because if your team's too obvious, not only will you be obvious in, you know, in the season, you're like, okay, well, let's see who's going in. Well, I know that Raditz is going to be in, and he's going to be a melee. I know that, you know, Toad's is going to be a melee, and, you know, they can find a counter for it. Kappa connects. Nice. You know, and that's what I'm saying. It'll be too obvious. So if you can try to change it up and exchange builds, you can keep your opponent on their toes. And especially, you don't want to be too obvious in the end with the playoffs. You know, because I'm gonna tell you. I mean, of course, I'm on the boost. So there's a good chance that we're gonna face each other in the playoffs. Not even the playoffs, in the what? In the playoffs. You know, and the strengths and weaknesses of every team stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be us teams fighting each other. And the way that your route is going, and this what's really unfair and gives me an unfair advantage, is that since I'm your tester, I know more about your team than what, you know, if someone from the booth wasn't your tester. So I'll be like, okay, well, I do test for them, I know what they're going to do. So they're going to put Raditz on melee, they're going to put Turles on melee, they're going to put Nappa on defensive, they're going to put Scouter Vegeta as B2, and they're going to put Bardock as a B2. And then we can find a counter accordingly, you know? We can, okay, you're going to put those two as mailers? Well, we got a mailer who could take out both of them and kick their both, and that would be Kid Buu. And you see how we kind of build a counter? But if you kind of keep it on toes, like I said, me being a tester is an advantage because I'm a good tester, but then really a disadvantage because I'm on a different team, and in the end, I'm your opponent. So I'm like your opponent, yet I got your playbook in my hands. So you're going to have to either really outsmart me, because I will, in the end, I will go ahead and rat out. If we're facing each other players, hell yeah, I'll rat out what you guys are planning to do. Because I want to win, of course. So you gotta keep it on, you gotta have some plans kept secret and keep me on my toes, or come up with secondary builds. Because right now, if you don't have any secondary builds, you're just gonna be too obvious, and we're gonna find the counter and we're gonna beat you. So, that's all I gotta say about that one. I really didn't pay attention to the match. Nappa did a pretty good job. He got 2 official wins. And, like I said, Nappa, I think, should definitely stay in. He's doing really well, and I wouldn't kick him out. Alright, so I hope that this test video was helpful. Hope that anything I said was informative. So thanks for watching, thanks for all the support, and I will see you in the next test video. Thanks for watching.